Let's start making our perimenopause and menopause nourishing bowl. We're gonna preheat our oven to 400 degrees, and we wanna first get our chicken breast started. And once you get these prepped, placing those in the oven. And then we wanna move on and get our red lentils going on the stovetop. For the recipes for each one of these, make sure you watch the individual videos that are on my shorts to get the recipes, and just getting these started before we get all of our veggies roasting. Hey everybody, Chef Kimberdean. I am back. I am so excited to make you guys this perimenopause and menopause bowl, chef's bowl, whatever you want to call it, that I've created based on Dr. Josh Axe's recommendations. So we're gonna make some lentils with turmeric and red clover. I'm gonna roast some Brussels sprouts, carrots, cauliflower, those cruciferous vegetables, and then carrots. And then we're gonna top it off with some chicken, sauerkraut for those probiotics, and then we're gonna make an adaptogen hummus. So super healing, and I'll go over all of these things that we're gonna use, ingredients that are healthy for perimenopause and menopause. So first we wanna get roasting. We already started our lentils. I'll show you that in the clip of the overhead shot. So check out the lentils and how those are made, and we're just gonna get going. All of this has been washed, so I'm just gonna start cutting. And you could use rainbow carrots. That would be really, really pretty here. I'm just doing regular carrots, organic always, of course. And you eat with your eyes. So I just always find it fun to have circles with carrots. It's not often in nature that you have foods that are symmetrical like this. You could cut them in half and do half moons. So I'll put those on here. And then we're gonna go to Brussels sprouts. The reason I chose all of these two for this winter bowl is because with Ayurvedic and all of the things I've done with Dr. Raju Sivamani, you do wanna pay attention to seasonal items, but also eating things that are warmer in the colder months is better for our internal body. So I like to have a lot of roasted veggies at this time, whether that be on a salad or in a bowl or in our meals somehow. I'm just gonna keep on cutting these into halves or quarters. So we're just gonna compost the ends of these. You don't even have to cut the ends of those off if you don't want to. Throw these on a pan. So we'll go ahead and start cutting up our cauliflower. If you have a stock pot out, or you like to freeze your ends, your vegetable ends for your stock, feel free to throw this in a container, a bag, put it in your freezer, throw it in a pot. Just get stock going with all this. My chickens love a lot of this, and I have plenty of stock in my fridge and freezer right now. So I'm gonna give this to my chickens, why not? Makes their egg yolks really bright and vibrant. So then again, we're just gonna cut the cauliflower into bite-sized pieces. Oh, this is a lot of cauliflower. I am doing extra because my daughter Reese absolutely loves roasted cauliflower. I just do olive oil, black pepper, and sea salt, and she will eat all of this probably today. So it's really nice to be able to cook veggies that your kids get excited about, and it's not a battle. We have everything cut up for our menopause bowls. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting olive oil on each one. And then I'm gonna do sea salt on each one. Carrots and cauliflower, I'm just gonna do salt and pepper. Keep it pretty neutral. And then for the Brussels sprouts, I'm just gonna use some garlic. So to avoid having to wash my hands a bunch, I'm just gonna go from the salt and pepper to the garlic. So we'll start with the carrots and move down. And you just wanna massage it all so that they just get evenly coated with the seasonings in the oil. Everything marinated, flat, single layer. I'm gonna wash my hands and we'll start cooking these things off. My timer just went off, so we're gonna check what we got in here. Nice, and then look at that perfectly baked chicken breast. Again, you could have done any flavor, any citrus on here, herbs, spices, but we just wanna let this cool temp to 165. And then we're gonna throw in all of our roasted veggies that we want roasted for our bowl. Our oven is preheated to 400 degrees. I'm gonna start with 20 minutes. I doubt those go more than 20, 25 minutes. And then I'll show you guys when they're ready. We'll check them. We're gonna go ahead and make our Adaptogen hummus while those roast, and then we'll get building our bowls. We're gonna start making our Adaptogen hummus for the Perimenopause and Menopause Bowl. So excited about this. We got our chicken cooling over here, our veggies roasting, our lentils on the stovetop. They are almost done. I'm about to turn that heat. Actually, I'm gonna turn the heat off and just let those sit here and we'll get started. So I'm gonna use a food processor. You could use a Vitamix, Ninja, one of those high-powered blenders. You want to first lock it in and then make sure that blade's on well so that the oil doesn't fall through. If you saw me make my lemon garlic hummus, it started going through, which was hilarious to me. So I have my organic garbanzo beans. These were canned and all they had were garbanzo beans, water, and sea salt. No preservatives, no toxic ingredients or preservatives. So we're gonna throw these in. You could use any bean if you can't do garbanzo beans. These are just great. Beans are great for perimenopause, menopause, and overall women's health. They have great amounts of iron in them. Throw that in. I have tahini here. Go ahead. I wanted to show you guys, this is tahini. It's just ground toasted sesame seeds. My daughter Reese cannot have these. These are the highest on her allergy list. We usually do sun butter instead, but you can use any nut butter if you can't do tahini. We have our ashwagandha and holy basil. You could switch it up. You could do the ginseng that is great for menopause. I would suggest eating that in the morning or maybe the lunchtime, but not dinner because it does have caffeine. You could do maca, you could do St. John's wort, you could do the black cohosh, really any of those herbs that I'm gonna show at the end of this that are great for menopause and perimenopause. You can do more, you can do less, really just make it taste good for you. And then cumin. Can't really have my hummus without my cumin flavor in there. Okay. From here, we got our garlic. I might throw more in because I do love garlic. And then our olive oil. You can do avocado oil. This is just organic, extra virgin, cold pressed olive oil. Now you could use some kind of herb. I mean, shoot, you could throw in limes and cilantro, make it your own flavor. Really any flavor that tastes good. We just want to add those adaptogens in. So from here, click this guy on. I'm gonna turn it so you can see. And I'm just gonna go on the number 1. Right, so I'm gonna give it a taste, see if this is where I want it to be. But I did have it on number 1 for about a minute, and then I put it on the second setting for about a minute. You can see we have perfect hummus. And I'm at home, I'm making these for me. Perfect. So good. From here, we can just put everything into this container. And then we're just gonna go ahead and use this. If you're not gonna freeze it or save it in your fridge, don't worry about packaging it in a container. If you're gonna use it all for bowls and prep, feel free to do that. I got our hummus all cleaned up, and now it's time to build our bowls. My timer just went off. That was 20 minutes at 400 degrees for the carrots, the cauliflower, and the Brussels sprouts. And we'll check to see if they're done. Brussels sprouts are just starting to get cooked around the edge. They're nice and soft and tender. Perfect. Our cauliflower is starting to get browned around the tops and the edges. You could cook it a little longer if you want. Let's see. Oh, perfect. Carrots, just like sweet potatoes, you just want to push. If it breaks, you know they're cooked. Again, if you like things a little more tender and mushy, please feel free to cook those as long as you need. And I'm actually gonna grab our chicken and just move this. So the chicken's been sitting here resting. We wanted this to come out first just so that it had time to rest and it doesn't lose all that juice. Lentils are done. Hummus is done. We got our sauerkraut. I'm just gonna take a minute here and slice up our chicken just on the pan. I'm not gonna press hard and mess with the knife or the pan, but just getting us some slices, and then we're gonna build our bowls. So I only sliced up about 2 chicken breasts here just so we can build some bowls and I can show you guys. I always over meal prep because my kids and my family, my husband, we need to eat. And so when I make these, I just wanna make extra. I'm just gonna build 1 bowl for you today just because I wanna leave the rest for my kids to build bowls. We're gonna be out and about today. We're going to St. Louis tomorrow. It's gonna be really nice for them to do that. Let's do this guy. So this will show how to just compartmentalize everything a little bit better. So we're gonna take our lentils, and again, it's almost like a lentil mash is the way I like to cook it for these bowls. If it's something to go on a salad, I like to keep the green lentils a little bit more solid so you can see the circles and you eat with your eyes. Then we're gonna grab some Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. And then cauliflower, lots of cauliflower. Like I said, we're gonna be in St. Louis tomorrow, so I'm actually gonna take this bowl as my lunch or my breakfast tomorrow. Doesn't really matter which. I just wanna get all of these healing benefits. And then we're gonna throw on some carrots. Goodness. Okay. And then just take a look at this already. Look at the colors in this bowl. We've got the orange, white, green, yellow with the turmeric and the red lentils. So good. And then as much chicken as you like. We usually portion out for 4-ounce sizes at any of my cafes, but you could do 8-ounce, which is a half pound. It's just really what protein intake are you trying to get. If you're vegan, feel free to not add any of this chicken, but I'm just gonna kind of put it here to the side, make it look pretty, right? Oh, and then a couple more things just to make it really yummy. You always want a sauce, and hummus is great. I'm actually gonna go over all these benefits with you next, but this is a 1-ounce scoop, so I do really big 1-ounce scoop here. I'm gonna throw it right in the middle. Beautiful. And then we just want to get those probiotics. So I'm going to add some sauerkraut. Kimchi would be really yummy on this too. Just grab as much as you like, maybe a tablespoon, maybe 1 ounce. So again, I'm going to put it right here on the carrots. Oh my goodness. Look at this bowl. Okay, you're not ready. I'll take a picture of this too. So stinking healthy. I'm gonna try a little bit everything. I wanna try this hummus with this. I mean, literally everything is so good. All the flavors just marinate together. Really high in protein. I have some notes here, so don't judge me. I'm gonna read off some of my notes because Dr. Josh Axe has all of this on his website, but I just wanted to show you guys how I incorporate this. So keto is highly recommended for perimenopause or menopause, which can be high fat, moderate protein, low to no carbs, and we want to do those complex carbs, not simple carbs, and then no sugar. So keto is really great for this diet. He recommends fruits, veggies, nuts, seeds, omega-3s, probiotics, lean protein, healthy fat, and phytoestrogens, which is everything we try to do here today. Our turmeric helps alleviate menstrual pain, regulate menstrual cycles. The red clover that we put in the red lentils combats estrogen decline. Our adaptogens help guard against stress, improve thyroid function, and stabilize blood sugar. And then minerals that all women need to focus on and make sure at any season of their life they're trying to incorporate. Iron, and we have that with the chicken, the garbanzo beans, and the lentils, high iron. Magnesium, we have our seeds and nuts, which we don't have in here right now, but those we could just top. If you wanted to do some flax meal, that would have the phytoestrogens as well. Cruciferous vegetable like the Brussels sprouts has a little bit of calcium. Kale is really high in calcium, so looking at that. The vitamins we want to focus on, A, that's going to be our carrots. Well, the B vitamins is going to be in the poultry. E is going to be those oils we're having here, so the olive oil, and then vitamin K is going to be the Brussels sprouts. So those are all the things he wants you to focus on. There is a long list, and I will have a slide at the end of this for perimenopause and menopause when it comes to supplementation with St. John's wort, red cohorts, maca. Some of these help reduce hot flashes. Some of them help with menstrual pain, help regulate menstrual cycles. Very, very, very exciting and cool what food does for you. Check out this recipe. Please make it yourself. Make the hummus your own. Any flavor that feels good, that tastes good, just throw in those adaptogens. It's really, really easy. Trick your body into eating healthy and healing while everything tastes delicious. I hope this was really helpful for you. Check out my perimenopause and menopause salad recipe, and I can't wait to make more things for you. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you want me to make next.